Istongon jokhayadega. Istongon jokhayadega.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Istongon.
Well, Regina went early, remember?
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Istongon jokhayadega. Remember that now. Oh, good morning. So we have to say, did you make it through the night okay? Okay, so somebody asked me last week, we had class, said they kind of got confused on verbs. So we're just going to lightly touch on them today, just kind of do a quick review, and then we'll move on, okay? We're just going to move on after this, but we're just going to do a short review, just lightly touch on it. So this is, we don't have good morning, so we're saying, did you make it through the night okay? Istongon jokhayadega. Istongon jokhayadega. Okay. This is a two-way. You can say this to me, and I can say this to you. Magus. And remember, anytime that gus, the si is at the end, it's a command. Okay, it's telling somebody to do something, and we'll go over that. We're going to lightly touch on that too. Magus means say it. Hadam magus, say it again. Jibuhaks, I can't hear you. Chingithaks, I don't understand. And Magida, this is the base word is magida. That's to say. But when you put the asi in it, it's a command. Chibohaks, I can't hear you. Chingithaks, this is pohida. Pohida. And this is a base word saying, I can't hear you. Bohaks. Chimbohaks. Chingithaks, the base word for this is kithida. And that's an infinitive. See how these verbs are working in, guys. So this is, when I say magus, and you can say it to me, magus, or you can say hadam magus mahaya, and I'll say it again. Or you can tell me jibuhaks, which I can say to you too. This is a two-way thing. You can say this to me, I can say this to you. Okay, any questions so far? Because we're just going to go through this really, we're just going to touch on them, okay? Because some people are new. So I want to make sure that they kind of get a hold of this. And then I had a question from another student that I've had in here, kind of got confused on it. So we're going to go back over it. But, oh, okay. Okay. An infinitive verb. We have a lot of verbs. We're going to do verbs here. An infinitive verb, if you look through your dictionary, you will see all kinds, because we are verb-based language. So now we're going to go back to sounds now. Maybe we'll touch back on them one day, but right now we're going to move on, okay? So make sure that you know your sounds and be looking over them, because they're easy to forget. Okay, an infinitive verb ends with e-the-a. E-the-a, okay? And when you got that, to quit is waygida. To quit, waygida. And the ending is ethia. Okay. When you want to say a command, waygus. This is first person now. Waygus. This is a command. Waygus. When you're telling a child or something to quit, you say waygus. That is a command. Anytime you change this ethia to asi. When you change that to asi, it turns into a command. You say waygus. Waygus. Okay. Then, okay, when you say I am quitting, this is first person, I am quitting. You change the ethia to AC. Waygas. Okay. Waygas. You're saying I am quitting. This is saying I am quitting. Okay. When you add when you drop the ethia and add AC. You're saying, wait, guess. You're saying, I'm quitting. Nojida, to sleep. The ETA makes it to sleep. But when you make it a command to say go to sleep, you change the ETA to asi. And that says no just. And that's and when you're going to say I'm sleeping, you change the ETA to AC, and that is no just. See, when you're doing something, it's no just. Now this is present. This is present. This is present right here when you're doing. This is present tense. Okay, this is all present tense. So any questions so far on this? Any questions? Anytime, if you look through your dictionary, you will see a lot of infinitive verbs here, a bunch. And that's because we are verb prominent language. Okay. See how this is going? Undayida is to tell. Tell me is onayas. Onayas, not onaguji, onayas. Tell a little story. I am telling, not onaguji, onayas. I am telling a story. See, I'm telling it right now. This is present tense. Okay. When you go and when you look at your dictionary, that's why I'm saying, that's what I said before. Go through your dictionary. Okay. I wanted you to forget English. Okay. I want you to forget English. When you see this letter, I want you to see not an L. I want you to see it as Lee. When you see this, I don't want you to see an English I. I want you to see A. I want you to look at these letters in the Mvskoke way. Not like, see, this is Hecetb. But don't look at it as English. Look at it as Mvskoke. Hegeta. Okay? Look at it like that. I want you to forget English when you're looking at, especially during this class. Don't look at those as English letters. Look at them as Mvskoke sounds. Does that make sense to y'all? Look at everything in the Mvskoke way. Because you will not forget English. I'll guarantee you that. You will not forget English. But just make sure that you look at this in a Mvskoke way, okay? In a Mvskoke way. Okay, let's go to this. We're going to go over this. Remember, I said we're just kind of going through this. Forms of greeting. We're going to forget his J. We're going to forget his J. And, this is what I heard growing up. I didn't hardly hear his J, but once in a while, you heard it. But I heard more like ja, J. Instead of his J, they say ja or G. So this is a form. When you walk up to somebody, you say, Ishtungo. You okay? But the literal translation for Ishtungo is without problems. But the other way is, you okay? Are you okay? Are you fine? Are you without problems? See, Ishtungo. Everything the same. Imongosha. 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 And you around okay? Ishtungon. Athaga. Ishtungon. Athaga. And the responses to this, like Ishtungo, you would say, Ihi. Tungudos. Tungudos. Imungosha. Imungos. Hear that tone? I've heard that. Imungos. Imungosha. Imungos. And that's when you learn these sounds, that's where those tones come in. The tones will come in as you learn these sounds. Istungun. Athaga. You around okay? Athaga, this word is the base word is atida, to go around, to be around, atida. And you say istungon asaga. It's a question. How are you? Are you around okay? Says istunges os. Istunges os seems to be no problems. See, or seems to be everything seems to be okay. Any questions so far on this? Any questions? So this is all greetings that I grew up with, but you don't hardly hear these anymore. You know, you hear a lot of hishje, but that was kind of new to me. So this is what I heard. Okay, istongo, imungo sha, istongon asaga. Ihe, the responses, ihe dongodos, imongos, istongesos. Okay. Questions asked during greetings. Abalwa dongon aboga. The rest living with no problems? Or the rest living okay? Abalwa means the rest of them. Abaldagi dongon aboga. This is more, than two. Like a whole family. Abaldagi dongon fulla. See, two or more people. Don't go not the rest living with no problems or the rest living okay. Chinakta. This is you'd ask them, Chinakta. What about what belongs to you? Are they okay? You can say Chinakta. Tungon aboga. Chinakta. Tungon aboga. See? Chinakta. Tungon aboga. Okay, any questions on this one, guys? This is greetings. Okay, let's go to another one. All right, we done that. Okay, this is past, this is present, past singular verbs. Okay, this is first person. You're talking about yourself. You are doing it. Uski indaja, he just. I'm looking at a rainbow. Uski indaja, he jayanks. I saw a rainbow. This is talking about you now. Remember, this is a lot of times it's about you. So if somebody say, Hannah called me and said, Nagin istuncha. Or Nagin hijitcha. What are you looking at? I say, is uski indaja hijes. What are you looking at? Uski indaja hijes. But if she called me, say, Gerald called me. What did you see yesterday? Uski indaja hijayangs. Baksangi nagin. Hijitanga. What did you see yesterday? Uski indaja hijayangs. I saw a rainbow. See, that was yesterday. It's past. But I'm talking about me. Talking about me. Everything in here, remember, we're going to start with me. Okay? It's about you guys. Okay. Look here. This is getting close here. I'm running. I'm scared. Jabinga leet guess. Jabinga leet guess. Scared, I'm running. I ran because I was scared. Jabinga leet kayans. Jabinga leet kayans. Okay. I ran because I was scared. Look at that word. Because. Jabinga leet kayans. I got scared and ran. See, that was, I'm running because I'm scared. Jabinga leet kes. And that's right now. I'm running. Right now, I'm running. I ran. I was scared. Jabinga leet kayanks. I ran. I got scared yesterday, so I ran off. See? Okay. Right now, I am eating potatoes. Ahajitihi hombes. So if Joanne calls me and said, Naganistunja, what are you doing? Ahajitihi humbes. I'm eating potatoes. I'm eating potatoes, Joanne. Okay. Or if Hope said, Nagin humbitjanga baksangi, what did you eat yesterday? I'd say, Ahajitihi humbayaks. Ahajitihi humbayaks. I ate potatoes yesterday. Okay. Okay. Now, quiet. I'm speaking. Jayayagas, here we go. Here's that command in it right there. This is Jayayagida, to be quiet. But when you change the et to si, it's a command. So Jayayagas onayas, quiet. I'm speaking. Jayayagas means be quiet. Be quiet. And then this was yesterday. He got quiet, so I spoke. Jayayakin bonayayangs. Jayayakin bonayayangs. Okay. This is I'm walking far. Obeying yagabes. Obeying. That's right now. Present. Okay. Present. I am walking far. So if Jordan said, Danata, where you going? I say, obeying yagabes. I'm gonna walk far away. But if she asked me, Danayat where did you go? I say, obeying yagabayans. And you can make that as far as you want now with a tone. Obeying yagabayans. But if you just far, a mile, obeying yagabayans. But if you walk 10, 20 miles, you can say, obeying yagabayans. See? That tone can change the meaning of this right here. Just put that tone in there, and obeying means maybe 50 yards. But okay, I can and see Jordan asked me, obeying yagabits. Obeying yagabits. Yes, I walked far. She asked me, did you walk far? Yes, I walked far. But then if I really wanted to get dramatic and just say, you know what, you're not going to believe how far I walked, I can change this tone and say, obeying yagabits. See how that made the meaning go way far. Way, way far. See, this tone is what makes language, okay? Tone makes the language. It can tell its own story. Its own story. That's how come some people says, some stories are told in English, not as funny as it is in Creek, in the Mvskoke language. It's because of the tones that it carries. Even scary stories that we've heard in English, it don't sound too scary, but you tell it in Mvskoke, and you can see it, what they're telling. You can see it because of the tones. Okay, does anybody need any questions before we move on here? I want you to learn sounds, though. I stress sounds. I want you to learn sounds, because sounds is very important. Okay. Okay, everyone wants. Okay. So see how these tones and sounds, that's how come I want you to learn sounds. And just like I said, when I ask you to forget English, I want you not to look at this as a H, but a he. He, o, p, a, ye, e, ni. Ye, a, ki, a, b, a, c. Okay. That's what I want you to do to forget English. Okay. And that's what I meant by forget English. I think some of them, kind of thought, how can we forget it? But that's what I want you to look, I want you to look at things, okay? And look, when you see this, don't look at it as a rainbow. Look at it as uski indaja. Indaja. Uski indaja. Don't look at it as a rainbow because you're looking at it in the English way. Look at it in the Mvskoke way and say uski indaja. If you can't remember it, have your papers with you. Have your papers with you and look it up. Say uski indaja. Okay, uski indaja. Look at it like that's why I'm saying forget English. Okay. And when you see this letter, look at it as a O, C, G, E, N, D, A, G, A, He, E, G, A, C. Uski indaja. He just. Okay. So see, guys, that's why I said that, forget English. Forget English. Okay. When you walk up to somebody, say, istongo. Don't say, how are you? But that's our habit, isn't it? We'll say, how are you? Or good to see you. Say, istongo. Even if they don't know how to answer you, that's okay. Say, how are you? After you say, istongo. Istongo. But I'll guarantee you, if you walk up to that person, shake his hand, and say, istongo, that person will have an idea that you're saying hello or how are you? And they'll answer you, okay? They will answer you. So it doesn't, you will know, they'll know, because when you shake hands with somebody and say istongo, that action will actually tell that you are saying, you're doing a greeting, okay? You're doing a greeting. Any one of these. Because the action of shaking hands is telling that person you're greeting. Istungon ataga. Shake their hands. Yeah, that question. Infinitive verb sheet. Yeah, it does. Literal. When it says, does uski indaja translate to rain cutter? Yeah, it does literal. That's a literal translation. Indaja means it cuts it off. It's a cutter offer. Because every time you see every time it gets to raining, you'll see that rainbow. And they call it indaja. But that's a literal translation for it. Yeah, it cuts the rain off. Indaja. I know a little girl named Uski indaja. And so, yeah, it means that. Sure does. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Anytime you are saying something at that moment, present, you got to use AC. Heges, Barnes, Dasques, Hombes, Hayes. Barnes means I'm dancing. Yahages, I'm singing. Mijes, I am doing. Litges, I am running. Dasques, you're always doing something. Leges, I'm sitting. Humbeda, Hayes, I am cooking breakfast, lunch, or dinner. But you know you're cooking. Home the highest, cooking food. Okay, let's see. We got any more up here, Jordan? Did we put any? Any questions in from any of y'all guys? Whoops.
Yeah, I'll post the forms of greetings in a second. Let's see. You have two more up here.
Okay. Present. I think I did this. Okay. All right. Look here. I am doing present. Me, Jess. I am looking at a black horse. Taco lusty. He, Jess. I am looking at a yellow cat. Now remember, I want you to remember these words right here. What is taco lusty? Black horse. Okay. I am looking at a black horse. Taco lusty. He just. Look how this is written, guys. Look how this is written. English, it says, I am looking at a black horse. Your noun is the black horse. Your subject. Over here, your subject comes first. Taco lusty. He just. But it says, I am looking at a black horse, but in our language, in the Mvskoke language, it's saying, black horse, I am looking. Now, if you went up to a European person, Anglo, and said, horse I'm looking at, they're going to look at you like you are, this person doesn't know how to speak English. That's okay. We're not supposed to speak English. But if you went to if you told a Creek speaker, a Mvskoke speaker, Taco lusty, he just, I'm looking at a black horse, they'd say, oh, but that, oh gosh, you are. See, it makes sense. It don't matter what they understand. This is Creek speaking, Mvskoke speaking. I'm looking at a black horse, Taco lusty, he just. See how this subject is over here. I'm looking at a yellow cat. I am looking at a yellow cat. Porzilani, he just. Look how it's written. Your subject is first. Porzilani, he just. Cat, yellow. Look, I'm looking. Looking at. See, I'm looking at a blue house. Chogo holatin, he just. But here I'm looking at a blue house. The subject is at the end. Over here is front. Any questions so far on this? Because we are going to start.
Hey, Becky.
Yes.
This is Ann. I just have a question, and it's not related. Well, I guess it is related because you use the word. I haven't heard anybody say, oh, we. Since I was little at the grounds. So when you say that, oh, we, I'm wondering, is that a true Creek word? Is it like slang? Because I remember being little and I would show my grandma something and that's what she would say, oh, we. But I noticed people outside of our nation would say, ooh, we. Ooh, we, that's big, or ooh, we, that, whatever. But my grandma would say, oh, make that tone. Oh, we. So is that a true Creek word or is it slang?
It's an expression. It's not really a Mvskoke, but it's an expression like ooey, but they say ooey. Hear that tone? Ooey, like, oh my. See, it's an expression. And, I heard that all my life, and I just used it because it was part of my, what I do now. With my grandkids, if they show me something, I'll say, ooh, wee. It's just an expression. It's like, imadad. That's an expression. Hey, la. That's an expression. Hey, la. See, it's an expression. And that's what that "oh we" is like. And you don't hear that anymore. And when like you just said, it brought back probably some memories to you. But I still use it because that's what I grew up with. And of course you heard, but you don't hear that anymore. And that's where this missing coming in. So remember that word. If your little grandkids come up and show you something, say, "Oh, wait." Make an expression. "Oh, wait, he thought, oh gosh, that's pretty." See, "Oh, wait, he thought, that's pretty." That's, and my grandkids don't think nothing of it. But now I had some other kids come over and give me a funny look.
I just had to say that because I never knew. But like I said, I haven't heard that in a long time. And of course, I grew up around you. And so you're one of the people I probably heard say it at the camp house or over at Grandma and Grandpa's camp when you would be visiting with, my aunts and stuff. And so when I heard you say it, like it just brought a feeling back too of a place and time. And so I'll always relate that word to that. So
they were expressing themselves.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
like, oh, good. That's a good, or that's pretty,
Right.
Or even it can go the other way. Like somebody cuts themselves or get hurt. Ooh, yeah.
It's good you brought that up, Ann. That's the same way with me. And I never thought of it as actually creek, but my family used that all the time. And I think I used it growing up as a kid, even around non-natives.
Yeah, I did too. So
So guys,
I have a quick question. I see it says, like you say, Takulasti and Pozilani. So it's like horse black, and then but it's yellow. But cat yellow. Yeah. So okay. Oh, I see it. You said it's the noun first, right?
Yeah. Most of the time, the subject goes first in Mvskoke.
Okay. Thank
See
you.
how that says in English says I am looking at a black horse, but on Mvskoke is subject Takolesti he just. But look how many letters. There's how many words? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in English, but 3
Yeah.
in Mvskoke. And it does that. Sometimes it can go the other way. It can be three words in English, but takes 10 or 15 words in Mvskoke to explain it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Mado, Magas. Remember that Magas? Was you in when y'all said Magas?
Yes.
Mado.
Mado.
Machi. Very good. That's an expression. Machi. That's like more like a high five time. That's an expression. Okay. I am looking inside the store. Niska jogo ofan hijas. I'm looking inside the store. Okay. Now, when you go back to infinitive verbs, you'll see the et. You're going to change it to I did do past. Okay. All this is changing the endings from infinitive verbs to make it doing yourself present tense. Okay, I bought a dress. Honna needs a yanks. See, I bought a dress yesterday. Honna needs a yanks. I bought food. Situation. Remember I told you, situation and environment has a lot to do with what. Okay, hombida is food. It means food, just food. But the environment and situation changes that meaning when you say hombida nisayanks. Nisayanks means I bought it. You bought it. So that means you bought groceries, right? So that can mean groceries, guys. That can mean groceries. Okay. Or even takeout food. That's where situation environment. If you're at McDonald's and say hombida nisayanks, I'm gonna say you bought takeout food. But if you said hombida nisayanks and you said Walmart, I know that you went and bought groceries. That's where situation environment can change the meaning of the word, okay? Any questions so far? Any questions? See how the word content is, okay? I want you to look at the word content. How is, okay, I'm looking at a black horse. Takolasti hijas. Look at the way it's written, okay? If you said that in English, you're saying, horse black, look. Horse black, I'm looking at. See, that's the word content, but always 99% of the time, your noun is going to go, your subject is going to go first, your subject or noun. Thakulasti hijas, I'm looking at a black horse. Most of the time, okay? Look here, I bought a dress, even in past, I bought a dress, but here you say, Hunna nisayons. I bought food. See how this is going? Okay, out of this, you're going to see how it's spoken, okay? I'm teaching you how it's spoken. But at the same time, you know what a dress is. It's honna. Food is hombida. Black horse, you know that horse is tako and the color, lusty, is black. You're learning colors here, okay? And you're learning objects here. But we are going to go to those objects and we are going to make sentences out of them. We are going to say something, okay? Okay. If you said I bought food at Walmart, would the word Walmart go at the beginning of the sentence? That's a question, guys. You have to. Walmart, hombida nizayaks. It would go in the beginning. Yep. Walmart, hombida nizayaks. And you know, we didn't know Walmart, so you would just say Walmart. Creeklish. Because a lot of them didn't know how. Like I said, you know, they didn't know how to speak English, so they had to make up words. Creeklish. Creeklish. I call it creeklish. You know, so that way, you know, they wouldn't know how. Like, you know, my grandma, she didn't know how to speak, so she made it sound. And she had a sister same way. They didn't know how to speak. They didn't know how to speak English. But, you know, back then when my aunt was, she was an old, and they dressed with the apron, with the hair tied, with the little blouses, you know, and the skirts and the apron. My grandma dressed like that every day. So did her sister. They dressed like that every day. But when they were going to town, they were a little, you know, my mom was sold my grandmother dresses, and my aunt, her daughter, would sew her dresses. Because you couldn't buy them at Walmart. You couldn't buy them at Stage. You can't buy them anywhere. They had to be made, so they would wear better dresses when they went with the skirt, with the apron, with the hair tied, and the long sleeve blouses. And my aunt one day, she was telling my mom, she saw my mom in town, a big town, Hannah, and was in the post office. And my mom asked her, where are you coming from? Where did you come back from? And she said, Wiggy Wiggy. And she meant in Eufaula, there used to be a Piggly Wiggly. There was a Piggly Wiggly in Eufaula at one time. She had went down there, so we knew she went grocery shop. But get what she said? She called it Wiggy Wiggy because she didn't know what Piggly Wiggly was. She called it Wiggy Wiggy. And I laughed. And my mom got on to me because, you know, and she said, don't laugh at her. Don't laugh at her. And now when I think about it, I make myself feel bad. Maybe it feels so bad, you know. So, you know, that's how they spoke. Okay. If I was to say in a past tense, I was looking at a black horse, would I say Takulesti he jayunks? He jay. You need an I there, but yeah, he jayunks. There you go. There you go. Hitimahi. Very good. Yep, that's it. You're getting it. Hijayunks. Yep. Good job. Good job. That's right. Very good. Mache, mache. That's right. Hijayunks. Mache. Very good. See how you put that together. You know, just say it to somebody. Just say it to anybody. Bozilani hijas or Bozilani hijayunks. It doesn't matter. Long as you're using it and knowing what you're saying, and it doesn't matter who you say it to. It doesn't matter. Just say it to somebody. You know, just say it to somebody. And you'll be getting that, and that's why I stress sounds, okay? Bozilani hijas. See how I said it? Oh. It's about time for me to go. I always go over because I can go on forever about language, okay? So tomorrow we're gonna start going into different things like this, okay? We're going into different things because you're gonna start talking, but you got to talk to somebody. You got to say something to somebody in order to know how you're saying, okay? We're gonna go back, maybe do 3-letter sounds, kind of go over that a little bit, and then jump again like we've been doing. Is this good for everybody? Is this working for y'all? Because if it's not, let me know.
Hi.
Yes.
So for somebody that doesn't have Mvskoke speakers anywhere close to me, what would you suggest?
Okay, I'm gonna give you an idea. Record yourself and play it back. Record yourself and play it. That's what you do. Oh, I know. Oh yes, works very well. Muchi. Good job. Yep. All right, we're getting it then, aren't we? I am so glad because you know what? We just lost another speaker today. I just heard. We lost another speaker. I don't know, you know, that hurts me. I don't have verb lists in my materials. Can I have a copy? Sure you can. Yeah. Well, make sure you got it. Make sure you got it. We lost another speaker today, and I just wanted to share that with you. Like, you know, you got to carry on this. We are caretakers. You are caretakers, right? You are caretakers of the language. That's what it is. Sabi yimonge. Yabonagada sabi yimonge duwahanatsis. Y'all have to carry on this language. Now look, sabi yimonge. What does that mean? Y'all gotta carry it gotta go a long way. Ajay, y'all gotta take care of it. What is an appropriate response to death of a family member? Like the tone again. Nagadisto, what happened? And if somebody call you the same way, ooh, madat, hear the tone, it's real. And condolences, there's not really in condolences, but like, it's just really, you know, that tone. Does that answer your question? It says, Maro, Becca, you make me laugh at memories. I need you to help me out with what? Let's see.
Before you go, Rebecca, I used to hear my aunt and my mother say Mvskoke or Mvskoke, something similar to that.
I know what you say. Mvskoke means like poorly, you know, and that can mean anything. In looks like they look sickly, or in money, or you know, no food. So you know, those things are there. Those are, you know, you know, that's that tone again, you know. Says I was going to ask you if there are worksheets available to practice Mvskoke verb conjunctions, kind of like homework sheet. I'll have to find them, but I probably can. I'll have to find them. Mado, Shirley. No prayers for all. You know, it is. Okay, I meant the rolling of the tongue in the teeth and tongue. Okay. Like the letter R, the. Make sure, and I can go back over that too, because I don't want no one to get lost. So I can go back over the sounds and I can show you tongue placement, okay? Because that's got a lot to do with our language, but we'll go back over them. We'll go like go. You can hear that tongue. The tongue is on your front teeth. Okay, we'll go back over that. Mado, guys, I gotta go, but I'll see y'all boxing. Boxing, jihijagathis.
Mado.
Mado,
Mado Mahaya.
Mado. I respect all y'all for taking this language. And you know, today was an important day, especially when we lost one. Mado, guys.